Listen to me, man. We back here with my fantasy football team that sucks, as you can tell by my name. Listen, we won last week, as you can see, 165 to 147, but let me tell you, I'm not satisfied at all. Because Kyler Murray, you suck. But the biggest reason I'm not satisfied, look at his players. He has a good team. Tyreek Hill is a guy that just hasn't done well since Tua's been out. Javonte Williams, that's not a bad player. He just shouldn't have played him this week. Travis Etienne, again, not a bad player. That's a guy that I have on my mom's fantasy team. I thought he would be a lot better. Now, obviously, he hasn't been good this year. The Jags as a whole simply haven't been good this year. That's why they're freaking 0-4. But the biggest reason I'm not satisfied is because if he plays Kenneth Walker, in place of Travis Etienne, that's what, 26, 25 points, 26 points. I'd lose. I lose if he plays him. That's why I'm not satisfied because, and I know what you're saying. Well, you played Devon Achane here, where you could have played him here over James Cook brothers 1.1 points, and then you could have put Garrett Wilson in for him. I feel you, right? I could have had a few more points. Even if I put in all the highest scoring people on my team and he does the same thing, he wins. He didn't have George Pickens playing. He had Tyreek Hill instead. He didn't have Ravens defense. Instead, he put Dolphins defense. Like, he didn't have Kenneth Walker. If he plays all of his best people, apparently, I didn't even know I was playing. I'm thinking about my matchup for this week. If she puts in all of her best people, I lose last week. I would be 0-4, and I'd probably be on the verge of suicide. But God is the greatest. So we're not, just God is the greatest. That's all I have to say. Listen, going into this fantasy week right here, I tried to make some changes. One big change in particular, because like I said, I'm not satisfied. Especially now that Anthony Richardson's hurt, and with the way he's been playing this season on top of that, I want to get rid of him. So let's see if my waiver wire move, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if that worked out. No, I don't want to go to the matchup yet. Jordan Love is on my team. I'll be hitting random nays. Listen to me. I dropped Anthony Richardson for Jordan Love. Jordan Love, in his first week back last week, puts up 102 points. I didn't even know he was going to play. That's versus a Vikings defense that has been very good this year. That's versus a Vikings team that's 4-0. That's even with the first half where he didn't look great and they were down like 28-0 at one point. That man was still able to put up 102 points. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, he was playing from behind the whole game, so they were passing the ball more. Yes, and I'm not expecting him to put up 102 a game. Please don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is the ceiling and the upside and the consistency, the talent that is Jordan Love was something that was too monumental for me to pass up on when I saw it on the waiver wire. Because I'm looking at my quarterbacks, I'm like, damn, Kyler Murray just got me 36. I'm like, damn, Anthony Richardson freaking sucks and he's hurt now. Well, what do I do now? What can I change up on my roster? And I go looking at quarterbacks and I see some guys, like, look, there's still quarterbacks in there. Let me show y'all. And I'm seeing guys that I'm really interested in. I'm seeing Baker Mayfield. I'm like, really? And I'm seeing Justin Fields. I'm like, really? I'm seeing Caleb Williams. And I'm like, really? And then I saw the homie, Jordan Love, and I said I have absolutely no choice but to try to get Jordan Love, and that's immediately what I did. And now that I'm checking my fantasy team, I see that I have him. But let's go ahead and start off with what we're going to do this week. Now, Jordan Love, it says he's questionable. I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure he will play. Yeah. He was limited. Yeah. I mean, it's a practice. He's still coming back off that knee injury. I'm expecting him to be limited in practice. I'm expecting him to play. And I trust his chances versus the Rams defense way more than I trust Kyler Murray's chances versus San Francisco. Now, San Francisco hasn't been great this year by any means at all. Like, this hasn't been the San Francisco team that was favored to win the Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, if Jordan Love just put up 102 fantasy points against the Vikings defense, he can get the 71 versus the Rams. Shoot, I'll take 60. I don't think I've had a quarterback get 60 for me in the starting lineup yet this year. I'll take 60. 55, I won't even be mad. I'll just be slightly perturbed, but I won't be mad. Now we got to get Jahmyr Gibbs up out of here because he's obviously on the bench. I really have questions about Devon Achane, but now that I'm looking at it, what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put in someone over Jahmyr Gibbs. The Garrett Wilson versus Minnesota's defense, or do I trust Zay Flowers versus Cincy's defense? Cincy's defense has been terrible, but that's a divisional rivalry. They're going to have a little extra motivation. So Cincy's defense might be able to play a little better because they weren't terrible versus the Chiefs. When they were playing against a good competition, they weren't terrible. It's just when they want to go against the Panthers, they let up 30 points. When they want to go against the Commanders, they let up 40. Like, Minnesota's defense is good. Don't get me wrong. It is good. But it's not like he's going against Pat Surtain for a second week. And, like, with all the stuff that just happened with the Jets, they're not trying to lose another game. I think they should be able to hand Minnesota their first loss of the season. And I'm going to put Garrett Wilson in for now. But I'm looking at some other spots on my team, making sure I'm not like neglecting anyone, just leaving anyone in, being stupid. Diggs versus Buffalo's defense, okay. CeeDee Lamb versus Pittsburgh's defense. Dalton Kincaid versus Houston. There are some tough matchups this week in my fantasy team. Because New England's defense is never bad. And Devon Achane is one of those guys where if he's not getting points in the passing game, he's not getting points because they can't run the ball for anything. But I don't really have anyone I could put in for him. That's the problem. I literally, like, my other option is Austin Eckler, and he's going against Cleveland's defense. And he's questionable. What's he questionable with? Concussion. Oh, phenomenal. A 30-year-old running back that has a concussion. That's great. Love that. I guess I'm just going to leave Devon Achane in. It's kind of tough that this is Jahmyr Gibbs' bye week, but that's okay because we get it out of the season early. I'm not mad at it, and he's one of those guys that has a bye week but no one else does, so that's cool. Puka Nacua is going to be back at some point. He's on the IR for at least another week, I'm pretty sure, so... Oh, likely out until week 8. I hate myself. Okay. Might have picked him up a little too early, but it's okay. It'll be worth it because, listen, my team, I have hope. I have hope for my team. We're 1-3 now. We're on a 1-game win streak. Listen, I have hope for my team. We have talent, bro. Like, you can't look at this team and tell me we don't have talent. It's just some guys aren't producing the level we thought they were. This New York offense hasn't looked great. Dalton Kincaid hasn't done the things I expected him to do. Now, he's been better as of late. He has been, he's been better as of late. That week 1 was looking like the anomaly and everything, but he still hasn't been great. He's been all right. 49ers defense versus Arizona or Bengals defense versus Baltimore. I'm going to go ahead and go with the 49ers defense. I kind of am leaning towards giving Zay Flowers some run, like some burn here. I'm kind of leaning towards putting him in, but I really don't know who I would put him in for. Like, I'm not. CeeDee Lamb's a guy that's never going to sit for me. I don't care who he's going against. He's never going to sit. That's one of those guys where you're just not going to sit him. Diggs is a guy that I regretted sitting him a few times this fantasy season, and last week I finally didn't, and he showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I regretted sitting him this week for sure, and I think I even sat him this week versus Minnesota. Did I? I don't know if I sat him that week versus Minnesota, but I don't know. I'm going to keep giving him the benefit of the doubt because he continuously gets the touchdowns. Now, he's not getting the yards. That's going to Nico Collins all the time, but he's getting the touchdowns, and that's big. For now, this is probably going to be who I start with this week. Let's go to the matchup. Let's see if we're projected to lose by a lot. If we're projected to lose by a lot, I might put someone else in for a splash, but we're projected to win right now by a lot, actually. So let's show the bench, make sure. Okay. Oh, he has a bunch of people on buys. That's why. He has 3 people on a buy, so he's got his backups in. Now, Geno Smith is going to get some points. Geno Smith is going to get some points versus the Giants defense, more than likely. Bijan Robinson versus Tampa Bay. I don't think he'll get 19. I'm not sure he'll get up to the 19, but I feel pretty confident, bro. Rachaad White versus Atlanta, like Terry McLaurin versus Cleveland. He's gonna have Denzel Ward on him, like Wan'Dale Robinson, Tucker Kraft. Yeah, suck me. Nah, he has to just pick these people up. No way. Like, no possible way. I have to see. There has to be. I know there's a way, right? I know there's a way to look at recent activity, bro, because there's no way. Yeah, he just added them. Wan'Dale Robinson, Tucker Kraft. Yeah, like he literally just added these people. I was like, bro, am I tripping right now? Like, these are bums that are on his team, bro. I should win this week this should be a breeze. I don't even have nothing. Man, this video's over. Video over. Hey, I love y'all. Y'all are about to see a video tomorrow that's going to be my picks. I'm going to record that right now, too, since I'm already in the NFL mind. But, yeah, what? What? Tucker Kraft? Wan'Dale Robinson? Watch me get burnt by one of them. I'd kill somebody would die. All right, I love y'all, bro. Y'all about to see my picks. Let's pray that I do better with my picks this week than I did last weekend because, yeah. Yeah. All right, love y'all.